So, you are interested in learning how to use Google Drawing to make graphic organizers. Google Drawing is an app that you can find within the Google Drive. If you click on New, if you scroll down past your typical items and click on More, you'll see that there's quite a few other apps that you can use, but we're going to use Google Drawings today. If you click on Google Drawings, you'll note that Google Drawings looks a little bit like Google Slides, except for you only have one sheet of digital paper per se. So it's very simple to use. This is the default size, but just like with slides, you can change the size by going to the File menu and scrolling down to Page Setup. And this is the standard 4x3 setup, but we don't want to change it to widescreen. We want to set it to custom, so we're going to change it to 11 by 8.5, which is the size of a piece of paper, which is important if you want to print this documents, whether before your students use it or after. And when you hit apply, you'll note that the document changes shape, and then we can go ahead and start adding elements to our document. We'll go right through the tools. First of all, this is the tool you can draw lines with. So if you wanted to point an arrow to something, once you put that arrow on there, you'll see that the list of tools here has changed, and this will let you change the color of the line and the thickness and even what type of line that you make that arrow tool. Then there are shapes, and you will note that there are lots of neat shapes you can add. There are different arrows, some different cutouts. So if you wanted to have, and basically that's a text box. So if you wanted to add text in there, and then you can, again, you'll see the menus changed, and you can alter that a little bit. You can even change the color of the box that it's in, and you can move that around. So those are the shapes. There's even math equations. You can add a text box. Of course, you want to make sure that you click on that. You can fill that text box. You can change the color of the pencil and size and so on. You'll see the format options have changed there. You can also add an image. You can upload from your computer, or you can search the web. If you search in the web, it comes in here and gives you so I'm going to look for an owl. So if I click this, I can then hit insert, and now I have an owl if I want to move this, I can just right click on it and send it backwards. And if that doesn't work, I can send it to the back, which will give me so now it looks like my owl is saying hello, and I got my arrow. You can also add diagrams, their own version of word art. Now when I click on format options, again I can add the drop shadow. If I want to do something like have a reflection, you'll see it there. One of my favorite features of Google Drawings is that you can do neat things like we can make this picture into a shape. So if I double click on that, I'll get the cropping, and I should show you that too. So if you want to crop a picture, you just put those, and then you can crop it down to this shape like that. You can also grab the corners like that, just grab a part of it. But we're going to go back. So I've got this image here. But one of the neat things is, if you double click on that, I can go up to this crop image tool and hit the mask image, which is right next, the arrow right next. And if I pick one of these shapes, for instance, we'll just pick it will automatically put it inside that box, and then I can just double click, and now I've put my picture into a shape. So there are lots of little neat things that I can do with this program. So I can draw with this, so if I want to scribble or draw, I can make this into a link if I want to. I can go back and do some different things with that. Now when I get out of that tool, I can go change the color to orange if I want. I can change and draw in dots. So lots of different features, lots of cool things that I can do that'll help me be able to build. Say we're going to create a brand new graphic organizer. So we would, again, change the size, 8.5 by 11. And then, so let's say we wanted to create a outline. So we would go to Shapes, and we'd say, okay. Now, to me, I always wanted to have my thesis statement be first. So I'm going to make this white, and I'm going to make some words. I'm going to make some text. I'm going to draw a text box. I'm going to write thesis statement. That up here. Then I would go ahead and put some other shapes for reasons. Now I'm going to take this shape and I'm actually going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it. So I want 3 because I'm going to make a 5-paragraph essay. Now I want to make these evenly spread out, so I can just click and drag and select all of them, and then go to arrange, and I can distribute them that way. So now they're nice and evenly supported, evenly separated. I'm going to move those down, and I'm going to make reason, and again I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna paste it again 3 times. You'll notice it's gonna line them up together. And that's one of the really sweet features about this. So if I click on the Shift key, I can, and hold it down on each one of them, I can move it down. And then again, put this is going to be where I'm going to have them write evidence. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it 3 times. And if I have these lined up, I can, again, click and slide across, go up to arrange, distribute horizontally, and you'll see I have it set up very well. Next, we would make another text box for evidence, and saving time, I would copy that and paste it again. Line those up, see how it's lining them up horizontally. grab them by holding the control key and clicking on each one, and then I'm going to arrow down to make it nice and even. Now I want students to know that the information goes together, so I'm going to put some arrows on here. So I actually want my arrows to be pretty uniform, so I'm going to fill them in first, so I'm going to make them black so they're really easy to see. And I'm going to copy that. And so easily, now I'm going to bring this to the front. That way it'll look like those arrows are coming out there. I'm going to take this one and line it up with the arrow above it. And what you'll see here is I've created a very simple graphic organizer that actually works for what I want to do in my class. So a lot of times you find things online and they don't fit perfectly. Now, you can have students come in here and students can actually click on it and type. You could save that document and share this document with everybody, or if you want them to write on them, you can download it as a PDF. And if you do that, it'll show up down here, and then you've made yourself a very professional looking graphic organizer that you can print or share. Thanks, and hope this helps. Have a great day.